This is a questionable reality production. Hello, hello, I'm Zander Crowns, and this is AP Post History. Now let's get started. Today we'll be covering topic 4.2, Dark Age Science. So, you may remember that, for whatever reason, during this Dark Age, the people of Earth decided to emulate the original Dark Ages to a great extent. However, they did not copy all of their scientific practices and beliefs, but instead decided to have their own fun with science. It is hard to tell from the record if this was their genuine beliefs or if Dark Age people just enjoyed listening to utter nonsense about a certain subject, which is, quite a strange pastime for some. The first victim of what is sometimes called Golden Age post-science or gap science was anatomy. While all the medical textbooks were kept safe for later, doctors decided to make new textbooks out of pure imagination. The heart became the central plumbing station, which was the headquarters of a plucky group of scrappy blue worker collars who got into all sorts of antics. But of course, you wonder, what exactly were they pumping? Was it still blood? Well, it was none other than herds of body shelties, tiny little dogs who ran around the body barking at various organs and organ systems to get back to work. They deduced that the thumping of the heart was the barking of these little shelties, and so was the squeaking of the stomach and any other bodily noises. It was all due to these internal shelties. So then naturally, to treat circulatory diseases, patients only had to be injected with dog treats or squeaky toys, and then they would be healed as those little dogs got back to work. All so nice and tidy, really, I guess. In fact, one home medicine for a headache was to hold a tennis ball in your mouth for several hours, which of course would attract the shelties into your head. In fact, let's go to today's History Maker segment and hear from a premier medical researcher on this particular theory.
Medicine and medicinal practices have long been used as the key means to cure illnesses and correct abnormalities. Yet medicine itself is incredibly dry and boring. Of course, we all know that boring things are inherently wrong, so we went about inventing new, more intriguing medicine to replace the very boring old one. It has been a great success, with the number of doctors rising just in time to address the rising number of patients dying. I hope the shelties in your internal sidewalks bark on.
Of course, medical practices had wide differences from society to society, with each adding their own unique flavor of thought. Gap science would then go on to further corrupt biology. Prokaryotes were formed into lost civilizations of ultra-powerful and ultra-smart newts, with a few last vestiges running about this earth. Plants were green because that was the color that was in fashion this season, and the plants also had the agency to change their colors whenever they wanted to, which explained the changes of color between the seasons. Ecology was replaced by a complicated system of tacit agreements whereby different species agreed to be eaten and to eat the other, so that they could all ensure a successful and competitive ecosystem, and that an ecosystem was treated as if it was a sort of country, with all the biotic factors being dutiful citizens working to ensure that their ecosystem surpassed all others on a geopolitical level. Chemistry was reduced to merely the study of the river Thyomycin, which was located in a mineral hot spring. Scientists, of course, knew there was more to chemistry besides a single river, but they were content with merely determining all the chemical reactions and going-ons of this Thyomycin river. And when they decided to apply chemistry to other fields of life, it would have to be framed and termed within this river. And of course, if you're wondering, no one dared touch physics. The institution behind the subject was intensely protective and aggressive in maintaining the sanctity of their subject, which led people to think they were kind of boring and uptight. Nonetheless, physicists did not care if their subject was difficult and confusing, and so, unfortunately, there would be no post-physics. And that's it. Topic 2 of Unit 4 is complete. If you want to find success in your post-history class and embrace gap science, as we all should, consider subscribing and liking this video. My goal is to see each and every one of you get a 92 in your class and a 7 on the exam in Quintober. Alright, Zander Crowns, checking out.